Hey, 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 business coaches. Today I want to talk to coaches who are working incredibly hard on their content and they're not converting that content into clients. Because if you're creating content that educates but it doesn't create conversations, you've built a generous library, right, that nobody's paying for. Okay. So have you been showing up, posting consistently, teaching everything you know, right? Giving your best framework away. Maybe your engagement is real. People are engaging, but your audience might even respect you. But your bank account doesn't reflect any of it because the content you're creating is designed to be appreciated, not to start conversations and book appointments. Okay? Now there's a specific shift that changes this. Almost no one teaches it clearly. For those of you that don't know, I started as a coach over 26 years ago for a gentleman named Tony Robbins. I was one of his founding coaches and helped build that coaching organization from the ground up. And I've been watching coaches build content strategies ever since, okay, over 26 years. And one of the most consistent and most heartbreaking patterns that I see coaches do is they're absolutely brilliant educators, right? Teachers. They're generous with their knowledge. They're consistent with their posting. They're building audiences while their coaching practice stagnates. All right? It's heartbreaking. So they're creating content. They're just creating the wrong kind, right? So I want to tell you about Sarah. Okay, Sarah was a business coach with a social media following of about 12,000 people. All right, she'd been posting consistently for almost 2 years. Her content was genuinely excellent. It was really good. It was very clear. It was educational. It was well produced. Excuse me. And I just took some vitamins. So she taught specific frameworks for business growth, right? So her post got solid engagement. People commented, that they learned a lot from her. Thank you so much. I appreciate the knowledge, right? She had a reputation in her niche as the generous expert. She gave everything away, okay? Now, Sarah was averaging 2 new coaching clients per month at $1,500 a month, okay? About $3,000 a month from 12,000 people in her audience, okay? So when she came to me, she said something, hopefully you can see me here, okay? So when she came to me, she said something that I hear from coaches in this exact situation all the time, right? She said, Curtis, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, right? I'm posting, I'm educating, people love my comment. Why am I not converting? Why are people not booking appointments? Okay, so I asked her to pull up her last 20 posts and show me the call to action on each one, right? So 15 of the 20 had no call to action whatsoever, okay? 2 had a vague, like if you agree. 3 of them said, follow for more tips, right? Things like that. Not a single post in her last 20 had a specific keyword call to action that directed a prospect towards a conversation. So here's the core of what I told Sarah to do, okay? Now, content that educates builds an audience, all right? Content that it interrupts, right? It interrupts pain, builds urgency, then provides a specific pathway to a conversation. That's what builds a coaching practice, okay? So these aren't the same thing, and they require different approaches. The content that made Sarah respected in her niche was designed to be consumed and filed away in their brain, right? And obviously that is short term usually, and people forget about it, right? So the prospect who read her post was better informed, but they were not in a conversation with her. And this is all, you should be only creating content to help people. And the best way as coaches to help people is engage in a conversation, right? So they had no specific reason to take any action beyond reading the post or watching the video, right? So what we did is we rebuilt her content strategy around a simple principle. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm kind of far away from the computer. Sorry, I thought I'd be better doing this out here. Probably better at my desk. Anyway, so we rebuilt our content strategy around a simple principle. Every post should do one of three things. It should name a pain so specifically that the ideal prospect feels seen, heard, or felt, right? So it should tell a story that shows the gap between where the prospect is and where they could be or where they ended up, okay? It should end with a specific keyword that opens a direct conversation, okay? So within 8 weeks, Sarah's inquiry rate had quadrupled, right? So within 4 months, she was consistently generating 8 to 10 new client conversations per month. Her audience hadn't grown much, but every post was now designed to start a conversation rather than teach a lesson, all right? So here's the framework that turns content from an audience, just like building an audience, to a client acquisition engine, all right? So the framework has 3 layers, and each layer has a specific job. So layer 1 is interrupt, right? So the first 2 sentences of every post must stop someone from scrolling past the post. Not by being clever, right? By being painfully accurate about something the ideal client is experiencing right now. Not a general business challenge, the specific thought they had this morning when they woke up, right? The specific fear they had last Sunday night looking at their pipeline, right? So for example, you checked your DMs today hoping someone had reached out about coaching and nobody had, right? You told yourself it was just a slow week. It's been a slow 3 months, okay? This is a hook that stops the coach who's experiencing exactly this, and it makes them kind of unable to scroll past it, right? Like it captures them, right? It interrupts their scrolling, right? Because we're just on there, next video, right? So layer 2 is the story. So after the interrupt, the body of the post tells a story, not a teaching story, a transformation story. So a client who was where the reader is now and arrived somewhere dramatically better. The story does 2 things, right? It demonstrates that the problem is solvable, and it shows what working with you looks like without ever actually describing your methodology of helping them, okay? So the key, honestly, it comes down to people don't really care about the methodology as long as they get the results. That's the bottom line, okay? So the key to a transformation story is specificity, right? I can say that word, specificity, okay? Not she grew her coaching practice, right? She went from $1,800 a month with no consistent pipeline to $11,000 a month with a discovery call every week within 6 months, right? Very specific, very clear, okay? Layer 3 is the keyword call to action, right? Or CTA we call it. So every post ends with a specific single keyword that the reader comments to take the next step. So either DM or comment this keyword to take the next step, okay? So, comment workshop and my team will send you the link, right? Or comment session to schedule a conversation with me. Comment book if you want the complete framework. If you've been watching my videos, I do those at the end, okay? So the keyword call to action is what turns a piece of content from a lesson into a lead. Without it, the post educates and the reader just moves on. Hey, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. I'm going to go watch this funny video now, right? So with it, every resonating post starts with a conversation, okay? So if Sarah's story sounds familiar, if you've been creating content that earns respect but not revenue or appointments or conversations to lead to an appointment, okay, I want to help you make that shift. All right, so first, comment or DM, right, direct message me, workshop. And my team will send you the registration link for my upcoming free workshop on how to build to 20K plus a month in your coaching business. And you can do this, and this is specifically for business coaches. And, the content conversion framework is covered in that, all right, that workshop. But I'm going to show you how to, without spending any money on marketing or advertising, get to 20K a month, okay? Now, second, comment session to schedule a hit 20K month strategy session with me, okay? Now, there's a questionnaire I send when I do this. I only spend time with people that are serious, okay? So you got to be serious. But if you're serious, if you want to hit 20K a month as a business coach, DM or comment session, and I'll send you a link to schedule a session with me, okay? And then I'll send you the questionnaire. If I like your questionnaire, your answers to your questionnaire, I'll give you the. It's just kind of questions about, are you serious about business coaching and things like that. So, and third, comment or DM me book for information, or actually, I'm just going to give you a free copy of my book. So I created a book specifically for business coaches to hit 20K plus a month. I'll send you a link to get the digital version of that absolutely free. You don't have to pay anything. You don't even have to opt into anything, to be honest with you. I'll just send you that. All right, so comment workshop or DM me workshop, session, or book right now. Your audience is already there. Let us give them a reason to become clients. Thanks, guys. I will see you very soon. I do apologize. I haven't been, oh, yeah, my camera's off a little bit. I do apologize. I haven't been on here as much. It works. On my calendar, if I could show you it with everybody's name on it, I'm literally back-to-back appointments from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. this week. So I'm expanding, and I'm looking for coaches that want a serious coaching practice. So, reach out to me if you're interested. I have a turnkey program. You can get started. We literally build everything out for you. We brand it to you, and I'll show you how to get to 20K as quickly as possible, because we need more coaches that can actually help business owners grow their profit every month, and that's what we do. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.